Well, without a doubt, the rallying cry for Trayvon Martin has exploded.
Help me! No justice! We want justice! We want justice!
This is national outrage we haven't seen in years. It's even caught the attention of the president now.
But my main message is to the parents of Trayvon Martin. You know, if I had a son, he'd look like Trayvon. And, you know, I think they are right to expect that all of us as Americans are going to take this with the seriousness it deserves, and that we're going to get to the bottom of exactly what happened.
Still so much anger, and here's why. Trayvon Martin was unarmed, carrying Skittles and an iced tea when he was shot dead. A neighborhood watchman claims self-defense and is protected by Florida's Stand Your Ground law. Then there's the police's investigation. All of this at the center of an unfolding controversy. And now, under intense pressure, Sanford Police Chief Bill Lee is stepping down temporarily. The Florida governor has appointed a new prosecutor to Trayvon Martin's case. Clearly, there's a lot to update you on. George Howell on the ground for us, still there in Sanford, Florida. So, George, let's start first with the Sanford Police Chief. He's stepping down, but only temporarily. What does that mean?
Well, yeah, and his wording, temporarily removing himself from office, not really a wording that people liked. People that I spoke to here at the rally, they say that he should resign altogether or be fired from that position. But as far as a timeline, we don't know if he would be able to come back into that position later, if he would come back into it. Right after he made that announcement, he left, not really taking any questions on that. So still to be determined what happens with that.
This independent review the city manager is calling for on the police department, where does that stand?
At this point, the independent review is happening. From what we understood yesterday, members of the Department of Justice actually showed up at the police department to start that process of looking through the case, first of all, and also to start looking through the police department to determine if there are things that could be corrected or changed to improve the relationship with the community here. And
Governor Rick Scott also appointed a new prosecutor to this case?
Yeah, he did, Kira, and that new prosecutor takes over from the prosecutor whose district includes the city of Sanford. Norm Wolfinger stepped aside, saying that he didn't want to have any conflicts of interest. So this new prosecutor steps in, and she says that she will have a very thorough investigation, I should say, looking through all of the facts to get to the bottom of this.
And before I let you go, George, the Department of Justice met with Trayvon's parents. We were talking about a possible civil rights investigation. Do you have any idea where that stands?
We were given broad strokes on that meeting. We were told that this was an introductory meeting for the family, the first time really for them to meet and talk about this situation. And the main word from that meeting was patience, Kira, that the family should have patience as this process begins, an investigative process, first of all looking into the case itself, but also looking into this city's police department. So we are just starting to see this kick off, Kira.
All right. George Howell, thanks so much. Army Staff Sergeant Bales faces 17 counts of murder. Could he face execution? That's next.